Stay ahead of the game. Boost your child's marks with Vodacom eSchool, an online platform that provides educational material across curriculums, such as CAPS, NSC, and IEB, taking students in grade R to 12 on a personalized journey to academic mastery. Learners using the Vodacom network will be able to access the curriculum content for free. There are data charges for browsing and downloading files if you're not using the Vodacom network. Visit vodacom.co.za/e-school using your cell phone, tablet, or laptop to register. Registration is free. Learn at your own pace. Rewind and pause video lessons. Revise questions after videos, and interactive quizzes at the end of topics help you stay on top while testing your knowledge. Evaluate your progress across individual subjects, with badges and certificates to mark milestones. Available in multiple languages and fully CAPS aligned. All the workbooks and posters you need to help your child get the most out of their education. Vodacom eSchool analyzes and assesses each learner's strengths and weaknesses, and recommends learning content for the learner to focus on. Stay ahead of the game. Boost your child's marks with Vodacom eSchool. Free online lessons anytime, anywhere. Register now for free at vodacom.co.za/e-school using your cell phone, tablet, or laptop.
Hello, Dumelang Sambonani, Goeiemorgen. Welcome to day 2 of phase 2 of the Vodacom Code Like a Girl 2021 initiative, and I'm your official host for the program, Simply Chwene, and to all the ladies, the facilitators, and all the Vodacom family that are joining us for this live broadcast. Thank you so much, and I hope that you are settled and ready to embark on day 2 of this very prestigious journey offered to us by Vodacom. And yesterday we had an impactful and thrilling, amazing, over the top welcoming, because listen, man, we had the winner of phase 1 of Code Like a Girl 2021, Miss Zainaz Hansa, and she gave an thrilling and inspiring speech to all of the young 300 ladies that are joining us for phase 2 of Code Like a Girl 2021. And we also had Miss Elegance Gozo, who is the emerging youth and talent lead for Vodacom Group, also joining us and being our official first keynote speaker for the program yesterday. And to top it off, I beg your pardon, we had the Chief Technology Officer for Vodacom Group, Mr. Dion Kastilik, also gave a thrilling and enlightening speech regarding the Code Like a Girl 2021 program and its importance to young girls who are interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And and to top it off, right, there's something else to top it off. We got to witness a bursary being afforded to Zainaz Hansa, the winner of phase 1 of CLAG 2021. Being offered by Mr. Dion Kastilik. Basically, she got offered a Vodacom bursary to study a Bachelor of Science, and I'm sure you can just imagine how excited Zainaz was. It was so heartwarming to witness, man, and it just goes to show that Vodacom is a brand that keeps changing lives for the better, all right? And you who's also participating in phase 2 of Code Like a Girl 2021 can stand a chance to win amazing prizes as well. I'm sure we all love the cash zola, the money, all right? That's something else that you can expect to win. But in order to get to that point, you first need to successfully complete the program, the 4 days that are afforded to you by Vodacom. And it's also very important that you register every single morning just by going down to the bottom of your screen and entering your full name and surname as per your ID, because that's the only way that Vodacom is going to be able to track that you were indeed participating in this program, and an opportunity to also obtain a Vodacom accredited certificate. All right, so much to be expected, and so much to be also, if you actually stick it through, because remember Zanos did say yesterday, if you feel like giving up, don't quit. Okay, it only gets better once you actually say, okay, I did it. I actually managed to successfully complete a Vodacom program. That's something amazing to add on to your CV, man. But anyways, moving on, right? Yesterday, the learners managed to complete HTML and CSS, inspired, programs for yesterday, and today it is all going to be about JavaScript. So hopefully you've got your pens, your laptops, everything ready, and going to be taking in the notes that are going to be pertaining the JavaScript program for today. But we also have two very, very important keynote speakers as well today, and the first one on the program is no stranger to the Code Like a Girl family. She is a senior business systems analyst at Vodacom, and she goes by the lovely name of Nozipho Nyandoro. She has expert experience in analyzing, designing, documenting, testing, and implementation of technical solutions to business requirements pertaining to new products and services. She works within project teams to provide direction regarding design, best coding practices, system performances, maintenance, and availability. So, ladies, facilitators, and the Vodacom family, please help me in welcoming our first keynote speaker for today's day two version of Code Like a Girl 2021. Please help me in welcoming up to the platform Miss Nozipho Nyandoro. Hi, Nozipho.
Hi, Simply. How are you?
Oh, well, thanks, and Nozipho. It's great to have
Fine,
you on
thank
the
you.
program again. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good. And how are you?
I'm doing amazing. Even more better now that we have you on the platform, because I know you're going to give us a very, very amazing speech. Just a couple of wise words to encourage the girls to on their second day of the program, right?
Thank you. I hope, hopefully, I will.
No, I know you will. So please take it away, Nozipo. Do your thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Simply. Thanks for that introduction. Hi, everyone. As I've been introduced, my name is Nozipho Nyandoro. I am 37 years old, mother of two, wife to one. So I am currently a manager at Vodacom. I think I'll update you there simply. I work in business support systems under network service development. So like the introduction has said, I work to design, develop, and implement solutions required by business. The systems that I work on are a voucher management system, which manages the vouchers that you use to recharge your system, your cell phones, and a customer user repository system. So yeah, like I've said, I've been in this position for 4 months now. It's been interesting, challenging so far. I'm still learning and mastering this stage of my life. But yeah, and I believe I'm doing quite well there. So I did my BSc degree at Wits University, majoring in computer science, pure maths, computational and applied maths. And yeah, that was interesting journey of my life. So where does Nozipho come from? So I come from Ladysmith, KZN, also known as Mnambiti, a beautiful town along the N3, close to Drakensberg Mountains. So that's where I originally come from. That is where I also did my high school. So one of the most interesting things that happened to me in high school academically was that I did all my subjects in higher grade. And that was not just a simple decision that was made. So what happened in my high school is that most of my friends actually were doing all of their subjects in standard grade, which I think now is what you would call the equivalent of maths literature. And my school also insisted that we do everything in standard grade because it would increase their price, the pass mark and stuff. But when I got home and told my father this, he said, there is no way you're going to do anything in standard grade. I've got this strict dad. He was a teacher also, but in another school. But he said, go and tell your principal that that's not going to happen. So I went to the principal's office and I told him that, okay, I'm going to do everything on higher grade. And he was not happy about that decision. But I just said, it is what it is. And because that's the direction that I wanted my life to go through, I just stuck to it. So I worked very hard. I had a point to prove now. I worked very hard to make sure that I do very well in school. And what I learned from this experience is that it's always good to take advice from those ahead of you. In Zulu, we say, indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili, which means ask those who have traveled this road for direction. And I thought my dad was just being difficult and wanted me to suffer. But years later, when I got accepted to varsity and I realized what he was trying to do, I was very appreciative of him. So on that one, what I would say I learned is that if you have strict parents that irritate you and nag you about doing schoolwork and homework and what have you, trust me, you'll thank them. You'll thank them down the line. And it's always good to, like I said, ask the ones who've traveled this journey before for advice. So, and if you don't have strict parents, I guess self-discipline would come in handy there. You know what your goal is, you know where you're trying to get in life, and you just have to work hard at it. So I got accepted to Wits University, which was a dream come true because that's where I wanted to be. I loved Joburg and the opportunities that it came with. Yeah, so finally at varsity, free from my parents. Yay, freedom at last. But was I really free? Because with great freedom comes great responsibility. I had left my parents at home, but the values that they instilled in me followed me. And one of the values that I quickly started to learn is that it's very important to focus on the end goal. So at varsity is like, it's a cocktail of everything mixed together. The social life is so much fun. Your friends become your family, and everything about social life is just happening. But on the other side of the coin, if not managed properly, social life can ruin your life, and it can distract you and disturb you from the goal that you are trying to achieve. So it's always important to focus on the end goal of where you're trying to go in your life. So yeah, at varsity, what I can say also is that I learned to be independent. Being so far away from my parents, I learned to be independent because this is the part of life where I can say that I designed, coded, and developed my life and what I want to be. Because right there, it's all you. It's all you. There's no one who's gonna run after you to attend a class and who's going to nag you about doing your work and attending all your classes. It's really up to you. You can literally wake up and not go to class at all. It's all you. It's your decision. It's all the goal that you have in mind that you have to make sure that you realize each and every day and you work towards it. That's where self-discipline becomes important, making sure that you are moving in the direction that you want to go. And also, it's very important to choose friends very wisely, because some friends can be disastrous to your academic life. If it's not part of your goal, you have to drop some friends or manage those relationships very wisely. But basically, the connections and the relationships that you make will help you either achieve your goal or not achieve it at all. So it really helps to choose good friends when you're at varsity. But what I can also say is that when you design your life in the direction that you want to go, it's very important to ask for advice. If you don't know, or get a mentor, get someone who knows the industry that you're trying to work towards, and ask them to help you along the way. It's always important to ask for help. So to conclude my short speech, I want to wish you guys all the best. You've made a wise decision. You took the initiative to apply for this program, and you're making plans for your future. So make it count. It's up to you to stay disciplined and see this program through. And all the best for your future endeavors, and all the best for your results that are coming up. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nozipho. You know what? I love your speeches so much because they're so relatable. You know, when you spoke about, when you go to varsity, and sometimes you just get misled by things, nice things. And, as young people, we like things, but sometimes we struggle with balancing. You know what I mean? We don't know we don't have a good balance structure. So it's very important to know that, okay, it's fantastic to have the fun and everything, but also keeping grades are intact is also important, because you need to remind yourself why it is that you went to university and stuff. And I love
Yes,
the
definitely.
relatability, and people can know, okay, you are now a manager for Vodacom and everything, but you also are, you have these similar experiences, because it's not easy to climb your way to the top, right?
It's not. It's hard work.
Yes, it is. But I actually want to ask you something, Nozipho. If you could sum up, just to describe your experience in now this position and everything, and get in there, how would you sum it up in one word, basically, like being now a senior business analyst for Vodacom, like currently, how would you just sum up your current position in one word?
Okay, I would say it's attitude. Attitude is
Okay.
very important.
Okay.
If you know where you're going and where you want to be, it shows in your attitude. And
Yeah.
also, like I said, having a mentor and someone to assist you, you ask for help. When you don't know,
Absolutely.
ask for help.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well put and well wrapped. Nosipo, thank you so much for your speech. It was short, but definitely very, very lovely. So I'm sure the ladies also got to get a couple of nuggets from that. So please give a round of applause virtually to Miss Nosipo Nyandoro for that wonderful speech. It was an
Thank
absolute
you.
honor of having you over. And we are going to move on right now to our next keynote speaker, who is also another lady who's no stranger to the Code Like a Girl family. So she goes by the name of Oratile Maphumulo, and she is an electrical engineer with specialization in telecommunications at Vodacom. She has over 10 years experience in the mobile and network packet core and transport network. 10 years experience. Shoot. Oh, wow. Okay. Her current role in Vodacom is as a planning manager of the core data networks team, and oversees the strategy and architecture of the Vodacom Mobile IP/MPLS core transport network, security infrastructure, and traffic optimization technologies. Her passion to improve the inclusion of women in technology industry brought her to the kick of the Vodacom Code Like a Girl project in 2017, and it has grown, as we can see today, from strength to strength every year since. The number of young girls exposed to computer programming across the country has made such a difference. And Oratile is also the deputy chair of the Vodacom's Women's Network Forum, whose work is to work closely with Vodacom senior management in continuing the transformation of the workplace to become a space where women from all backgrounds feel they belong. She seems like quite a champion, right? And she's exactly the right lady to have as a keynote speaker. Right? And that's exactly why we have her as our next keynote speaker. So please help me in welcoming the lovely, the formidable Miss Oratile Maphumulo to the platform. Hi, Oratile. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, darling. It's great to have
Yeah.
you actually on the platform. Yes. I know you're going to do a fantastic job, amping up the girls on day 2 of the program. So I'm going to let you take it away and do your thing.
Okay. Good morning, beautiful ladies. Good morning, facilitators. Good morning, everybody who's come together for this second phase of Code Like a Girl for 2021. Those of you who've come back, congratulations. I can imagine yesterday was a bit overwhelming. Being introduced to computer programming must have been quite like, oh, what's this? And the fact that you are back is testament to your commitment, testament to your dedication. And it's something that I always know that is very key and fundamental about us women, right? We stick things through. That's something that I really respect and admire. So who I am, Simply Trina gave a nice background of my many years of my career. But I'll tell you, my day one, where I started. So I was born in Ga-Rankuwa Township in 1985 to my young parents, but I think those days people were having kids early, right? I lived there for 5 years, and then my parents came up to Johannesburg for better opportunities. So a bit of my childhood was also spent in Alexandra Township, East Bank Township to be specific. But East Bank Alex, it's one thing. So I grew up on using taxis, walking through the flats and the shacks, and that's just what I grew up doing, eating makota, sucking on my ice. That was me. And then towards the end of primary school, we moved to a suburb called Lombardy East. And that is where then I started entering the Model C school. So I went to Rembrandt Park Primary School. And then after primary school, I went to Sandringham High School. And I grew up with also very strict parents, similar to Nozipho. My parents are people who push excellence. My mom, as raising 3 kids, she studied from her undergrad all the way to now she has a doctorate in psychology. My dad is also successful in his field. He's also in ICT, but he's also a very hard worker. He's moved up levels by, grinding and being dedicated to what he does. So excellence is something that I've grown up in. It was very normal for me to wake up to go to the toilet at 3 a.m. and find my dad listening to jazz, busy putting together, a response to a tender, and seeing my mom in the study, doing a submission or a report of some sort. So it's something that I grew up around. So during my matric year, I actually wanted to be a graphic artist. I used to enjoy drawing. As much as I was academic, for me, my academics was always kind of seeing, in the top 20, where can I get, I honestly, to be honest with you guys, I really wasn't studying to see, to get into a school or to do something, but it happened to benefit me in the long run. But I wanted to be a graphic artist. I love drawing. I used to have a book with comic strips. And then my high school guidance counselor, Mrs. Page, said, Ora, your maths and science marks are quite good. Don't you want to do this thing called engineering? And I was like, oh, what's that? She's like, no, just go to an open day, go see the engineering students. They look at what they're doing. So I went to what was then Wits Tech. It's now part of UJ. And I saw what was happening with engineering, and it was pretty cool. And I asked 2 questions. I asked, do I have to do geometry? And they said no, because in maths, I enjoyed trigonometry and algebra. Geometry was just not my thing. I was stuck there at 16 and I couldn't break that 60. So that was my first condition. And then the second condition was, is there an element of design? Can I still use the artistic side of me? And they said, yes, there's design. You can definitely, do the things that you love to do. So then that was a done deal. Then I got a lot of bursary offers, but Vodacom was the one that stood out tops. To think of it at the time is because I had a family member, cousin of mine, had a Vodacom bursary. So I was like, oh, let's go with the family, let's go to Vodacom. So yeah, that's how I started with Vodacom. That's how I got into engineering. How I got into UCT, I was headhunted by the UCT admissions office. they called me and they said, we found out that you want to study engineering. Why don't you come and do it here? And I think I blame Mrs. Page also. I think she called UCT. And yeah, they sent the application forms after the application deadline, actually. And they processed my things within 2 days, I think. So I think it's really testament to when you work hard and you apply yourself and you are a person who contributes to society in a positive way, opportunities come to you. As much as you have to look for opportunities, opportunities also come to you. So always be in that vein of attracting good things to you. So then, yeah, I did my electrical engineering degree at the University of Cape Town. I started, obviously, first and second year, we all do the same thing. From third year, that's when you specialize. So I specialize in telecommunications, specifically the radio access network. So when you drive around and you see these towers with these little rectangular, white boxes there, those are called antenna. So how your device talks to an antenna is called the air interface, but a lot of things are happening between there. There's this frequency spectrum, how we allocate, those resources to the specific application that you want to do, making sure that as you move around, your session doesn't break. I found that very interesting. I really enjoyed designing antenna. I really enjoyed planning and mapping out frequency allocations. That was something I really enjoyed doing. But my career path took me into the core network, and the core network is basically the heart of Vodacom. Because data service is basically everything that we do. When you make a voice call, it's over the data network. When you stream a video, it's over the data network. So I started to come to love it because it's really, really the heartbeat of the network. And if you know the anatomy of a body, the heart is important, but the heart will not function without arteries and without your veins. So I work and I'm responsible for the arteries and the veins of the Vodacom network, the IP MPLS network. I'm also very responsible for the security. So as much as your traffic moves around the network, it's my responsibility to make sure nobody can hack into it. Nobody can see that Utando sent Utabo a text about anything. Nobody can infiltrate and see what you guys are doing. And also optimization. So the Vodacom network is part of a global network, right? So us breaking out into the internet, it's also my responsibility. That is done efficiently, securely, and with the best quality. So anything that happens outside of the Vodacom network does not affect your quality of service. The quality of service of Vodacom is top of mind. I like to say Vodacom is the Woolworths of the operators. But we also want all our customers want them to get the best service. So those things that keep me up at night. And as much as I run this network, I also do forward planning. I do research with my team into future technologies. It's very important as now, we're on the dawn of 5G. We're doing research into 6G to make sure that the arteries of the network are ready for all of these new technologies. So that's something I enjoy doing. I love doing research. I actually get nervous when I don't know anything beyond what I'm doing now. I always like to know what's coming. And that's something I'd also really like to encourage you ladies to do. If you're doing... Okay, I don't know the curriculum now, but for example, we were doing differentiation and integration. What is that word again? I lost it. But also see beyond. So when you do the double integration, triple integrations, look at what is coming ahead so you know how to prepare yourself to be ready for what's coming, because it is coming. And what's exciting about technology is that these things come in a blink of an eye. So I love doing research. We work very closely with Vodafone Group. And when I say Vodafone, I mean Italy, UK. I sit with a lot of those strategic partners. We talk about how to prepare the network, prepare Vodacom for the customers of the future, which is people like you. People like me. I only got to coding in varsity because of my degree. You guys are doing coding just as part of, an extramural thing. So when you are having pocket power, you're going to be able to make more informed decisions about which products you use and things like that. So I need to know the kind of products and services to make available to you, right? So that is what I love my job. I love my team. I learn every day. But over and above all of that, This is my passion, speaking to females, speaking to girls, showing that someone who looks like you, well, my hair's a mess because I had to take out my braids, let the hair breathe. I'm a hoops girl. I get my nails done. I'm a girly girl. You don't have to look like Neo from the Matrix to be a programmer, to be a designer. You don't have to fit into the mold. I really want you ladies to be authentic in who you are, but also open yourself up for all opportunities, all things that happen in our environment. I always think it's also so key to remember that all the money that's circulating in our economy, global and national, the decisions, the 80% of the decisions are made by women. So if we have that that much pocket power, we should be instrumental and influential in decision making about products, about services, about things that happen in our economy. Second thing, there are problems in our society, in our world, that are only known and understood by us as women. We know right now is the gender-based violence. We feel it. We know about not feeling safe walking outside. We know problems that are unique to us as women. So who else is better positioned to think of products and services to solve these problems, to help alleviate the impact? So technology is a game changer. I think the more knowledge you have and your life experience, putting those things together, we really can change the world. So as much as this week you're learning to make a website, take it further, push it further, stretch yourself, make this world a better place. Let's attract good energy, let's make money, and let's just make this place a more beautiful place for us to exist. I love you all. I said to the last, the lady in the last, in the first phase of this year, that what drives me, what wakes me up in the morning, and what helps me face challenges, because I have this position, but it's challenging, you know. I'm an African speaking to Europeans. I'm a Black female sitting in a room of white males, of Black males, of colored males. I face challenges every day, and I get questioned as if I didn't get a degree from UCT every day. But what makes me get up and face those things is because I don't want you to face that. I will fight that battle for you. But while I'm fighting the battles now, you fight the battle of getting the education, of getting the opportunities, of applying yourselves, so that when you enter, I've done my job, I've made it ready for you. So I need you also to do your work. I wish you all the luck, stay the course, and I wish you all the best, ladies. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh my word, that was fabulous, Oratile. You definitely, I mean, you always just leave me like in awe. I'm just like, how do you do all of this? Like, you are just like superwoman. I hope your ringtone is Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire, because you are literally a girl on
It used to be. I used to be a big Alicia Keys fan, and then she married Swiss Beats, and then something just
just
you
just
know,
as there was no
then,
you know,
you know,
you know what? Oratile, there's something that I want to ask, and I think I should ask you. You're the right person. I should ask this question. I mean,
well,
where do I go if I want a lifelong supply of data from Vodacom? I think you're the right person I need to talk to you about that. You know?
can I tell you something? I don't even have a lifetime supply of data. Like,
No. So
I
how
don't.
am I gonna get it if you don't have it?
And, you know, for me, like, it's fine as much as I'm responsible for it. It brings
Yeah.
me, I know what my customer is experiencing. So when I experience something, I don't
Yeah.
ever want to be, oh, I work for Vodacom. I'm, you know, Queen
Ooh,
Man
you're a
of Data
wonderful person,
Network.
child. You better
You
than
know,
me, child.
I always want to know if I can't download an Instagram thing. I'm there, like, I'm texting my guys. I can't do
Yeah,
these. What's going
yeah,
on? If I'm
yeah.
experiencing it.
Somebody
52
else is
million
probably
people
experiencing it.
experience it. Yeah, so I'm
Another
happy.
thing that absolutely. And another thing that I got from your speech that I absolutely loved is the fact that, authenticity, that, you can still be a girly girl, do your nails, be authentic to yourself, and still actually have an impact within this very male dominated industry, from, what I also got to hear from you, because I'm sure you get like, you get a lot of challenges on a regular basis. So I'm just glad that, you're standing strong and still fighting for women to also have, equal saying and equal, respect in the boardroom and in the negotiations and everything. So I really loved that you touched base on that.
No, it's very important. Be authentic, be yourself. I mean, yeah, for me to go natural, my hair just went left because I moved from Cape Town to Johannesburg. So I left my stylist and I still miss it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're still on
I
the
think
search for a new
that transition
stylist.
phase, I was Duke girl. I used to go into offices with a Duke and they'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
Aura, it's an
love it.
African way. I'm like,
No, it's every day because I'm African, child.
check your GPS, bruh. Where are you? You know?
Exactly. What are you? Oh man, we could talk forever and ever. But thank you so much, Uratile. This was absolutely,
Pleasure.
absolutely fantastic. I'm sure the ladies also got to feel inspired a bit. So it was an honor having you, Uratile. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Mwah. Bye,
Thank you so much.
everybody.
Bye. That was Oratile Mapumulo. Just such a phenomenal, fantastic lady who just got to, wrap up things for on the keynote speaker side of things for day 2 of Vodacom Code Like a Girl phase 2. And a big shout out as well to Nozi Ponandora as well, who also gave a very thrilling speech. But you know what? I unfortunately have to go. I was having so much fun. I'm even thinking, I wanted to just chill like this and talk the whole day, but I can't. So yeah, Vodacom is gonna they're gonna slap me. I'm joking. But anyways, man, thank you so much to Nozi Penoratile, as I did say, to all the ladies that are part of the program. Today, you will be embarking on a JavaScript journey. So hopefully you enjoy it, as I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will grasp all the necessary information that you need for today. But on my side, as your host, Simply Chwene, I just want to say thank you so much. And also, please don't forget to register on the bottom of your screen. You just scroll down to the bottom of your screen and please put in your correct name and surname as per your ID, not your nickname. If your nickname is something like, please, no, we don't do nicknames, because how else are you going to get your Vodacom accredited certificate? Okay, so yeah, that's all I need to say on my side. So I will catch you tomorrow, because what do they say in English? The earliest bird catches the fattest worm, something like that. Ciao. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Anyways, bye.